Six Gun Productions. New media, new rules.
This is Geek News Radio. Broadcast 34 for Tuesday, March 14th, 2017. Slow burn.
You're listening to Geek News Radio, episode 34. I'm Dave in Birmingham.
And I'm Fab in Isonhagen.
Get hyped.
34, wow. We're recording this on Thursday.
Yeah.
This is the 9th?
It is the 9th.
It'll be out a bit later because I am leaving tomorrow for Hamburg and then I'm leaving for London. I'm going to London over the weekend. I got my Oyster cards out.
Oh, look at that.
Which I think
I don't have an Oyster card.
I lived there, you know.
Yeah,
real Londoner has an Oyster card, at least. I've got more than one. But I haven't been over there for 3 years now. And we're flying over to go to the cinema. Not the cinema, the theater. Not the cinema.
Theater.
The theater. We're going to watch Shakespeare. And then I'm flying back. And
wild.
Maybe I'll buy a hat.
Yeah, you're going to buy a hat, Fab. You're buying a fucking hat.
I don't have a top hat, yeah.
You have been fanning around about this hat for long enough. You are buying that fucking hat.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching Taboo. I'm on my second way through. We're going to
watch that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about that a little bit and get you to watch it, and then we'll at some point we'll get Char on and
discuss Taboo, because I fucking have no idea. What?
Have a Tom Hardy cast. Yeah, so today we're gonna talk a bit about that. Gonna talk about the Switch and Zelda, which I've looked at, not really played a lot, but looked at. The Elite Beta, I think we should talk about that.
Yep.
The RPG. Oh, you put the RPG in.
Yep.
And you've got some stuff as well.
Yeah, there's some stuff. I'm going to give a highly relevant chat about Metal Gear Solid 5, which definitely came out ages ago. We'll just talk about the Pocket Mozilla merge, and then there's some event news at the end.
Yeah, should be a fun show, so stick around. Probably no Expanse spoilers.
No, because I've not watched yesterday's episode yet.
I think I'm not going to spoil you on Taboo, although I think it won't matter because, the ending. I won't spoil the ending. That's good. But I'm watching it the second time because fuck knows what's going on. Yeah, it's we'll talk about that. But first, I have to give a shout out. Is it David Allen?
Yes.
His Twitter name is David B. Allen, and I read that as David Ballon for a while. I don't know. Who sent me? You were drinking this last time, I think.
I was.
Adnam's Triple.
Yeah.
Which is bloody nice.
Yeah, it's grand.
It's good.
Grand.
Thank you, David.
Best listener.
Really good.
I just finished a Brooklyn Lager, and I'm on the Brewdog Jet Black Heart now, which is a delicious milk stout.
Milk stout. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Sounds interesting.
What all they do is beer knowledge. It's not made out of milk.
That's good. That would be a bit disgusting, I think.
Yeah, what they do is they get lactose from milk, the sugar in milk, and they add that, and it makes the beer sweeter because the yeast doesn't ferment lactose; it can't break it down, so you still have it at the end.
Okay.
So it's a sweeter, nicer thing. This one's also got oats in it, which makes it a little bit more kind of sharp.
So I'm guessing if I'm lactose intolerant, that wouldn't be good.
That would not. No, it would be a bad move. Don't do that.
A good thing. I hope you're loud enough this time. We got some shit that you weren't loud. I've turned you up. So if Dave's too loud, it's all your fault, listeners.
I hope you've got a content boner, because this is just the tip.
Wow. Oh, that's wow. You're going all in. I can tell that Ellie's not around.
Yeah, she's away. So.
You're oh, this is it's gonna be a lad night.
Or a chap night, because you've been
Yeah.
on a binge. Should we just go straight into Taboo, because it's been influencing your life?
God, it's just so good. I mean, Cha, as people know, Cha said on the show, I need to watch it, and I don't know. I just started watching it, and it is so fucking good. It's almost as good as The Expanse. It's very different. It's Tom Hardy, which
Yeah,
Tom
tough
Hardy,
Bane thing.
he's just great, and he's just a great actor, and it's got like it's the best thing about it. It's got style. It's like it's set in like 1814. But
Right.
it's when you watch it, it's like you'd think it's a period piece, but very soon it becomes clear that it's just there's like mysterious shit going on. It's definitely not like real like historic. There's differences and stuff. So it's basically what Char said. It's like this guy who's a bit mysterious who comes home from Africa and his dad's died. And like he's determined to take on the East India Company, which are the bad guys. Jonathan Pryce is the chairman of the East India Company, and he's great.
This is sounding awfully like Shara explained that to me while I was drunk, and suddenly it's coming back to me that yes, I have heard the plot of this. It sounds good.
It is really good. I mean, it's just good acting. There is Franca Potentes in it, plays a German whore. It's just Una Chaplin, who I had no idea. I was talking to my mother about this on the phone yesterday, and she said she's Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter. I had no idea. Yeah, she's really good. Just all around really good acting, and it's just got style. It's like the cinematography is really great. Like, and it's got like this look. Like it's really dark. You know, like that foggy, dirty London kind of feel. Everybody's wearing top hats. They're all dirty, like dirty teeth. Dirty fingernails. Nobody's clean. Everybody's got scars, and it's like just like the whole thing. Like there's the camera angles, everything, and it's just like it's got a little bit of a lost. Like I wouldn't say it got a lost vibe because definitely story's a lot better and whatever. But like you know how that Lost has like this iconic cinematography sometimes. And this has it too, right? Right away, you see him like he's riding to London over the heath, right? And it's like all like dirty and brown and gray colors. And then he's like and he's wearing black. He only wears black basically. And then he's a long coat and top hat, and he's riding this white stallion. And it's like that. And it's got like there's shit going on. I'm watching it the second time now because I like the first time. It's a great story, but it's like there's so much going on. And there's lots of stuff you don't get. Like, there's stuff you think, it's like, is it magic? Is he imagining it? It's like, he can, like, talk to his dead mother or whatever. And it's just, and it's like, he's just great. Like, the dialogues are great. There's some stuff in there that could be, like, out of Shakespeare. And there's just some cool stuff. So there's one scene which is like probably my favorite scene in the whole thing. When he is in the first episode, he goes and meets with the East India Company because, as Shah said, he bought like this piece of land, or like his dad bought this piece of land in America, and everybody wants it because it's kind of like the gateway to China or something. And well, it's like on the you know, Canada, just like where Vancouver is, and it's like a trading post. So it's like the trade goes through there. So he has that, and everybody wants that. So he goes to the East India Company who wants to buy the land, right? And this guy goes, you know, he throws down like an envelope chock full of money and basically says like, we're gonna make it worth your while. And then Tom Hardy, in like his stoic, really quiet way, just says, like, Nootka Sound is not for sale. And then the other guy goes, "Now, well, you know, I think you'll, you know, open the envelope. I think you can make it worth your while." And he looks at him and goes, "Are you deaf?" And then like Jonathan Pryce, who's like great, who just appeals to like his, oh, you're a citizen of the crown, you know, you gotta be loyal to the king, you need to sell this land. And his thing, like Tom Hardy's thing in this, the guy he plays called James Delaney, the character, and his thing is like people talk to him and he just goes, and they like completely don't know what he's like, you know, if somebody does that, if you talk to somebody, say, what do you want to do? And he just says, they're like completely thrown off. So Jonathan Pryce is like, oh yeah, you don't really want to buy that, you know, you're sitting on the king and you sell the land, you will get money here. And he just goes, Then Jonathan Pryce just throws the envelope at him, just goes, open the fucking envelope! It's really good. He's really good. Like at some point he sits like on his desk, and somebody's like, sir, we've got news. Fuck off, sir. We've got really important news. I told you to fuck off.
So he's playing you. He's basically just playing you.
Well, no, that was like the chairman of the East India Company. But like Tom Hardy, he is like, I really like his character. I'm not like him because I talk way too much. He talks very little in this, and then he just like, for example, he just says to people, like one of his other things, like he says to me, I got a use for you. He just keeps saying these things. But I really like him when he sits down with the people from the East India Company. It's like this priest wants to like have a prayer or something, and he says, understand this. There's one thing I hate more than anything in the world. It's hypocrisy. Completely. And it's really good. It's like a series for me. It's like completely black. Like everybody's evil, basically. It's great. You have to watch it. Really watch it. Sit down and watch it. It's just like
I will watch the first episode after the podcast.
You won't like. You'll watch too. I'll guarantee you. It's so good. Like it's also really well done. Like okay. Like it is
a BBC thing, isn't it?
Yeah, BBC and like FX. But it
I was just wondering how the BBC pulled off something good.
The thing is, it was created by Tom Hardy and his father, and you can tell that the whole series, like it's written like it's like tailor made for him. Like the role is tailor made for him. And then the other guy, Stephen Knight, who I didn't know who that was. Who wrote a lot of it and produced it, is the guy who produced Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Which I haven't seen yet, but which is supposed to be really good as well.
I'm aware of it, and people seem to like it, but then, you know, people do a lot of things.
It's just very, very well done. And it has this thing, like you can see that like the sets, you know, they were limited in their money, but they use it really well. Mm-hmm. And it's really well done, and it's got this thing. You know, I love The Expanse, and I love the TV show, and I know why it is like that. But like, as a book series, The Expanse is really great because the first book has like, you know, the mystery arc it has works really well. But I've met a lot of people who bounced off the TV series because there's not enough. Like, there's people, they're not like me. When I see something like this and there's a mystery, I'm hooked. And I like the world, and I just keep watching it. But there's people who bounced off it after 2 or 3 episodes because they were like, "Oh, there's nothing going on, you know, not enough."
Yeah, the mystery it's a slow burn.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slow
joke.
Slow burn. Oh, that was good. Oh, you're on fire today. And if you watch Taboo and you watch the first episode, you will see what I mean. They're an hour long, which is another thing. They're a bit longer, but there's only 8 episodes. But it's really well done. It's like the first episode, you can see that it's written. It's like a perfect package. It's got like everything, and it pulls you in because you're like, what? You're like, what the fuck's going on? That guy, I've got no idea what's going on, but that guy's fucking cool. And I just want more of this. I mean, there's like they use sex in a very interesting way. Not only like the HBO, you know, Game of Thrones. We use this to pull you in kind of way, but more in a like really dirty, sleazy, kind of disgusting way. But you still want to know like what's going on. And I really love it because I'm going on about this, but I love it. I'm so hyped. What I really like about the whole series, which I only realized after I watched it all the way through, he's the main character, right? James Delaney and Tom Hardy, and you follow him, but you never ever see what's going on. Right? You see everything that's going on inside of him. Like you see the flashes and everything, like the visions he has.
Right.
But you don't know what his emotions are. Because he plays him in such a way, he's just like completely like he betrays very little emotion, which is really cool, but it's intriguing because you don't really know. Like, for example, you don't know like if he's using magic or if he's just imagining things. Like, and you can kind of relate to him because you learn about stuff about his family and everything. But you on the other hand, you don't really know what happened. Like, for example, it's alluded to that he did horrible. What he says, like the first thing he says in the series, says some African, and then he says, "Forgive me, Father," like in his way, the way he talks, like, "Forgive me, Father, because I have indeed sinned." And you learn like that he has done this terrible shit in Africa, but you don't really know what. So you can't really know. You know what I mean? You can't really. You don't know if you feel with him or if you should be disgusted or, if they do terrible shit to him, you don't know if he's earned that or if it's like really unfair.
So you're like wondering whether or not he would support Empire 2.0.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You don't know anything because it's like
this sounds grim.
Yeah, it's really grim, and you just know that he's a badass. So there's like in a later episode they torture him, right?
Of course.
And you learn in an episode before that he just takes pain. He just takes it. Like they keep torturing him, and he just fucking takes it. And it's like you kind of feel with him, but on the other hand, you're like, this guy's a monster. He's just taking it, and they really despair. Like it's really cool because the guys who are torturing him, they're like despairing because he doesn't. They have like a kind of a time limit. They need to get information out of him, and they could see that it's just not happening. And of course they can't kill him because it's really good, and it's just so stylish. Oh my god, I want a top hat.
Yeah, you've been kind of like, I don't know, had a big crush on this top hat shop or something.
Well, I've had a big crush on him. I realized, with me going to London, and I've been missing. I've been pining for the good old times when I lived in London. I mean, I'm kind of missing that. I had a shitty time at work for the last few weeks. And I'm just like sitting there and thinking, oh my god, I would love to be in London. And then fucking Facebook keeps reminding me with like, 3 or 4 years ago you did this and you were really happy in London. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, the On This Day feature is so fucking shit.
Well, it can be cool.
No, because it reminds you that the past was better than now.
That picture like that it gave me like 2 or 3 days ago was like, this was you 3 years ago, and I look at it, it's like, fuck, I didn't have a single gray hair. This job's sucking the life out of me.
Nah, pro people have had like gray hair since they're 18. So that's what the cool kids have.
Seen me, dude. If we we'll
I'm not saying you're an old man. I'm just saying that
when we meet up later. You made
it to what, like 30 without grey hair.
Yeah. when we meet up later in the year, you'll be surprised. Although I've seen you posted like a picture from the it was like you 5 years ago, and you looked like you were 12.
Because 5 years ago I was basically 12. No.
My God, you were so cute.
Oh man, I still look like a child.
Have you seen Char? Like they posted a picture.
Yeah,
Owen posted a picture of Char like 17 years ago. She looks like she does today. I think she doesn't age.
Yeah, so she's in the club with the guitarist Eric Johnson, the guitarist Joe Satriani, and the people who just like, what? How does time work? I think I'm probably going to be in that club because I still look like I'm 12.
Is it her yoga magic? Does she like harness energy or something from
sort
dead
of
people?
Some sound bath, maybe like I don't know, exhaling negativity, inhaling positivity, something like that.
I think she's got a James Delaney thing going on. If you watch the show, you know what I mean.
Right.
Oh, God. I finished it before her, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I saw that today. That like you were like on episode 2, and then it was like, oh wait, no, that's like the second run through.
It is so like, oh my God, it's so good. Like there's like fighting scenes later, and I love like these times when when they 1800 when they had like the guns with the gunpowder, and they like have one shot, and like when they fire, there's like this massive smoke.
Really stupid question. Like there are guns without gunpowder. Sure,
yeah. Well, no, modern guns don't use gunpowder. They use was it?
Do they use some other explosive?
Yeah.
Man, I'm so uneducated.
Well, if you ever see those, from those era when they're standing on the field, and when they fire and the smoke goes up,
yeah,
that's gunpowder. And
I just assumed it was gunpowder.
I just looked it up. I think modern guns, they use several propellants, but it's called smokeless powder.
Okay.
So it's like stuff like cordite or something like that. Okay. So they invented that later. And I just love that. They have this firefight at some point, right? And they're like, you can see, that thing where like they're crouched behind cover, and then they're shooting, and you can see them then just like furiously like cleaning the barrel, and putting the gunpowder in, and then putting the ball in, and then firing again. And there's like these soldiers, like the redcoats, doing that, and it's like this meanwhile Maori guy with 2 knives, like just cutting them all down. And then of course when they reload, they just shoot him. But it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
You convinced me. I will watch some of it and see what's going on.
If you don't love it, I'd be really surprised.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so good.
Man, so the thing I don't know how I feel about is Metal Gear Solid 5, Fab.
Doesn't that come out like 2 years ago or something?
It did, I think.
It's the game with the boxes where you like disguise yourself as a box.
The game with the boxes and the bonkers plot. Which I'm going to say now, it's not as bonkers as people say. It's like, oh my God, the Metal Gear plot, it's fucking madness. It's like, it's complicated, I will give you that. But it's only like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy level of kind of Cold War plottiness. There's some weird kind of like paranormal shit, but like it's not that bad if you spend like a good 4 hours reading Wikipedia pages. Which I may or may not have done.
Of course you did.
I went down the rabbit hole. And I was like,
one has to say you are used to anime, so
yeah. So yeah, maybe I'm not the best person to like say this plot isn't that contrived. But so it's the 5th game in the series, and it's going to be chronologically like pretty early on in the franchise in terms of in-universe thing. You're spoilers, supposedly playing as Big Boss. But it turns out you're not playing as Big Boss. You're playing as a medic who's been like hypnotized to think he's Big Boss.
What? You already lost me.
Big Boss is like, so yeah, I'm just explaining this a bit bonkers. It's kind of, so it's like stealth stuff, but it's more shooty than it ever was. The premise is you're like kind of in charge of a private military thing, and you're pottering about trying to fight some bad guys. It's kind of pretty standard so far, but the reason I'm there is the kind of rock solid mechanics of it. So if you've ever like played Assassin's Creed games, like they were always advertised as like, oh my God, you're going to assassinate a guy and you're going to do it how you want to do it. And you can do it from the rooftops and like just shoot him across the fucking yard, or you can like sneak up and stab him, or you can just like have this massive battle. But realistically, that's never how it worked. There was always one way to solve the problem. And like even now, like 1 billion games into the franchise, it's not there. Whereas Metal Gear is kind of like a super solid sandbox. It's not sandbox in that you can like potter about wherever you want, and like a Far Cry. It's not like that. You have like a mission kind of screen kind of thing, but within the confines of a mission, it is like really sandboxy. Like you can go in guns blazing and have a really unfun time, as I discovered today, or you can kind of like stealth in and do stuff, and it's really weird. So like it's bonkers. So the opening like hour, you are in a kind of hospital, and you've just awoken from a coma, and then people are coming to try to kill you. But there's a guy who can like control fire, and there's a psychic hovering child.
What?
Yeah, and there's like the kind of like badass like mercenary people trying to come kill you, and you can kill them and sneak out. And there's like big, huge chase that culminates in a giant flaming whale crashing through some stuff. It's pretty fucking bonkers. And then suddenly you're in Afghanistan, and you're just like rescuing prisoners from huts.
After saying this plot wasn't crazy, you kind of rolled back on yourself.
But it's got like super. So I've played quite a few of the previous Metal Gear games, and they're all like far too hardcore for me. Like they're really stealth games. They're like you got to be stealthy because that's the way you play.
Or sooner or later, are you like me? I always lose patience at some point.
So that's exactly what I did today. I was sneaking through this level for like 40 minutes, and then just like, oh fuck, I'm bored. I'm going to shoot some good dudes. But previously, I've always felt like you have to stealth, because the game's kind of set up for that. But in this, it's kind of, I mean, there are enough like random cool weapons, like missile launchers and stuff like that, and helicopter support to make it kind of like feel like you're more empowered to do interesting things. But equally, I'm not going to say dumbed down the stealth, but like made some concessions to me being a massive scrub. Because you're like playing as this dude who's like the legendary soldier, like there's some really corny fucking lines about how great he is. Like one of them's like, oh, he's the man that makes the impossible possible. I'm like, that's just the worst line. Like, that's terribly written. Why do you keep saying it? But you have, so like you're stealthing through things, like really cool, like mobility. Like you can, you've got like running, walking, crouched, prone. You can kind of just like swap between them really quickly. There's a cool dolphin dive where you can be like going from running full pelt, you press X, and bang, you're on the floor, and you can just dive on the floor and hide. But it's kind of got quite nice guard alert things. You'll be kind of like made aware of when guards like kind of know where you are. They're like, oh, there's some weird shit going on over there. Better go look over there. But like in Metal Gear, Metal Gear's the game with the fucking exclamation mark above people's heads when they see you. There's this thing called reflex mode, which it was in the kind of prequel demo thing, Ground Zeroes, where if someone spots you, you have like a couple of seconds to like deal with them before they like raise the alarm. So it kind of goes into slow-mo, and you can like bring up your tranquilizer pistol or your assault rifle and just pop them in the head in this kind of slow-mo kind of thing. It's like they're alerted, but they don't alert anyone else. And that makes the game so much better, because fundamentally I'm terrible at stealth games. I'm terrible at games, but even worse at stealth games.
Tell me about it.
So that's just like immediately makes it much tighter, and it makes makes me less afraid that I'm going to fuck it up and waste my time, which is cool. And then there's potentially the best game mechanic in the history of things. You've got the Fulton recovery systems, so like the real ones.
Yes. Oh, I heard about that. Oh, that's.
So the real ones, they're the ones that were in Batman: The Dark Knight, but they're kind of more ridiculous now because you can just Fulton basically anything. It starts off with just like people. Eventually, you're going to be able to Fulton tanks, which is fucking bonkers. But it's kind of it's quirky because it's a Hideo Kojima game. So there's this whole thing about like there's this NGO that kind of wants you to rescue animals from war zones. So I tranquilized a sheep and Fultoned it to safety and got paid for it.
Have we asked Peter what they think about Fultoning sheep?
Well, no, I think they'd be very much okay with it because you're saving animals. You're saving them. Eventually, you're going to build like a petting zoo on an oil rig.
But that's
going to happen. And there's the
natural habitat, Dave.
Yeah, you've got some companions that you can take along missions. It's called D-Horse. because the military kind of thing. So the kind of military thing you're in is called Diamond Dogs, and everything's got a very fucking shit name. So it's like D-Horse.
And that sounds like the horse was made to be less of a horse. It was de-horsed.
And then so you come across this tiny little puppy, which you then Fulton to safety.
Of course.
And it yips when it's going. Yee! It's adorable. And then that becomes D-Dog, who will eventually grow up to be your kind of
sounds like a rapper.
Yeah.
Hey yo, it's D-Dog.
Yeah, so you can get D-Dog to grow up and be your best pal, and you can give him a knife, and he'll have a knife and he'll like stab dudes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's kind of it. But the problem comes when
I was going to say,
happens.
you said there's bad things about it.
Yeah, so this is all like the game thing. There's kind of like the big kind of here are the mechanics of the game. Like, oh, there's a prisoner over there. Like, sneak in, extract them, like, or rescue this person, or find these things, go destroy this stuff. Fantastic. These are all really fun. But the moment you kind of come into contact with plot, it is just fucking dire. Like, it's bad. And I played Metal Gear Solid 4 and didn't hate it. And now this is just like, what? Who are these people? Why are they giving shitty monologues? At least we haven't had a 90-minute unskippable cutscene yet. Because that was in Metal Gear Solid 4. There was a 90-minute cutscene.
Yeah, everybody was bitching about that. Lots of piss was boiled.
I sat through it like a chump, to be honest. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's so good. Because I bought a PS3 and was like, I've got to validate my purchase. So, yeah, the plot is kind of dire. There's all this paranormal shit that, like, is in the series, but it's just like, this feels so out of place. Like, because it's set in the 80s, but has really advanced technology. You have this, like, phone hologram thing called the iDroid, but also you're still, like, collecting tapes. So, like, I've got like a tape of like the song "A Man Who Stole the World." There's like an Asia track, which is admittedly like, oh my god, there are other human beings on Earth who have listened to the band Asia. And I'm like, prog rock I describe it as Waitrose rock because basically like the biggest kind of problem you feel like they're gonna talk about in their songs is they went to Waitrose and they were like out of kale, and that's the problem. And they're gonna like make it. Yeah, no, like they're just like old white men who have like no problems because they're ridiculously rich from being in like prog rock bands. So you get collecting these tapes, and it's like, okay, weird. And now there's some weird ghostly teleporting lads who are chasing you in a storm. It's like, what the fuck? And everything's got like a ridiculous name. So like your base is called Outer Heaven. And there's like there's the Metal Gear is called like Sahelanthropus or something. It's got like a pretty bonkers name.
What is the Metal Gear?
Oh my god! So I went on a Twitter rant the other day about the key thing in Metal Gear Solid are these things called Metal Gears.
Right. I haven't been following your Twitter, by the way. I was way too busy
I tweet too much. So
work.
It's fine. Metal Gears are giant kind of weapons platforms. They're generally like bipedal walking mechs that fire nukes.
I had no idea. I had no idea where the name came from. And I have played Metal Gear games, but I was zoned out at some point and I have to stop.
Yeah, so like they're these big walking nuclear missile platforms, apart from when they're submarines. And there's one in this, which is like appears in like Mission 6 or whatever. And it's just I'm just there going, why are these such a big deal? Like they're going to be like the most powerful thing in the universe. I'm like, so they're just like a walking tank that has a missile thing on it. Why is that better than a submarine? So the only thing I can conceivably think of is that it can be piloted by one person. Like that's and for some reason the entire plot of like most of this is based on people getting plans to build Metal Gears and are going to control the world. It's like, but you could just get a nuclear submarine and make the same threat. Oh, it's bonkers.
Why are they called Metal Gears?
Fuck knows. No idea. So the code name for the one in this one's like called Honeybee or something. It's fucking like. So this is my problem. That you start talking about the plot of like, oh, actually, you're not playing as Big Boss. You're playing as Ishmael, who's been.
Oh god, I've nearly finished this beer because it's just I need to drink.
So the moment you start trying to explain the plot, you're like, this is bollocks. And then And then every mission is kind of like weirdly framed in like it being a TV episode. So like you've got side missions, which are like just normal, go drop in a place, go do your thing. Cool, great fun, my favorite part of the game. And then you have the actual missions where the like more important stuff happens and you find the Metal Gears and stuff like that. But it always starts off with like starring. Oh, right, here's another fucking thing. Every time there's a... Oh, God. Right.
You can't take it yourself.
Right. In the 60s, there was a badass soldier lady called the Boss. She had like an apprentice, kind of Padawan, who you're supposedly playing as now, who got called Big Boss. Then there was some people who decided that, well, when he kind of like died, retired or whatever, they were like, we need more of the Big Boss. They decided to clone him. And so they make Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and Solid
that's
Snake.
where I've always asked. I never knew where that came from.
So
see, my thing is, I have these questions because I've been playing these games on and off, and I was like, where do these names come from? And I can't stick with them long enough to find out.
The Solid Snake is the one you play as in Metal Gear Solid 4 who gets old.
Right? Yeah.
Liquid Snake's the blonde one who has Revolver Ocelot's arm grafted onto him, and then Solid Snake is at one point the president and then the head of a terrorist thing. So where the fuck was I going with this rat hole?
Yeah, what's going on? What?
I was explaining why I needed to say who Snake was. Oh, yeah. So okay, so you're playing as like Big Boss, but for some reason he's called Punished Venom Snake as well.
What?
Who knows? Yes. Bonkers. So at the beginning of every mission, like it's going to say like starring Revolver Ocelot, which is like admittedly a fucking bonkers name.
That's
and it's going to be like, and Punished Venom Snake, and then all the other people. and then it actually just spoils the mission for you. So like in the first mission where you see the giant Metal Gear, when it's like, oh, sneak into this base, there's a CIA super weapon, and you're obviously like, oh, it's going to be a Metal Gear because like it's the only super weapon there is in Metal Gear, because nukes are treated like they're fucking nothing, mate. But Metal Gears are a big deal. So you sneak it, then it's like, and then also starring the I can't remember the name of it. It's like 4 syllables. It's too long for my brain, but. And it's like bipedal mech, and you're like, why spoil that? You could have like an amazing reveal of not knowing going it was going to be the thing. And it's like, nope, it's starring Punished Venom Snake and a giant tank. And then like 30 minutes later, after you finish the mission, it's like rolls the credits again. It's like you've just been not like you've been watching, but like start again. And it's like written by Hideo Kojima. I know, mate. Metal Gear. Obviously made by Kojima.
Is this where the NSA gets their code names from? Like Poison, Venom, fuck.
Punished Venom Snake, man. It's the new thing from. It's compromising sublime text with malicious DLLs or something.
You got me this far.
Yeah. So
I got the pipe out because I need more brain power for this. Just give me a sec.
So that's like. The key problem I'm having is that I really enjoy the kind of like minute to minute, like dealing with lads. There was this thing where I had to like, the first time it introduces the concept that, oh, like, you know, if you alert someone, they're going to try to like alert other outposts. But if they don't have communications, like they can't do it. So reinforcements don't get called in. So it's teaching you to destroy like satellite dishes, basically. And you got to sneak into a base, and there's 3 of them. And the first 2 are quite easy to, like, you can, like, lace in C4.
I'm following now. I've got a pipe out old trap. I'm following, okay?
Yeah, so that's nice. You can, I was, like, laying C4, like, okay. Yeah, I might have Fultoned some people away because...
Isn't it they get employed for your organization?
Yeah, so that's how you recruit people to your paramilitary into Diamond Dogs. Sorry, that's how you recruit people into Diamond Dogs. Because you Fulton them, and apparently they just start working for you.
They don't mind, right? They're just, I hated like, that place anyway. Thanks for that.
They're probably like, oh man, it's Punished Venom Snake. He's the best. He's like our hero. He's making a country for soldiers, and then they just joins them. And it's like, oh mate, there's a dog. So I'm like sneaking through the base,
okay,
doing the stuff, and I get to the last one. I'm like, okay, I lay the C4, but then someone sees me, and I'm just like, fuck. In a previous Metal Gear game, I'd have been like, oh, I'm dead now. I better restart. But in this, it was just like, oh, reflex mode, boom, shoot him in the head. But suddenly I was like, no, I didn't have my silencer on my gun. So like everyone's now alerted. And there's like, okay, right, jump off the roof of this building. Because you can take quite a lot of fall damage without actually getting hurt, which is quite nice. So I'm like, oh god, get away from the C4. Like pull out my detonator, detonate the C4, everything explodes. People behind me are just going, what the fuck is happening? Ah, it's bonkers. And they just fucking, there's mission success, evacuate the hot zone, and you call in a helicopter.
It's called the hot zone.
And so you call in your helicopter, and
it's
obviously
like fucking Tom Clancy on steroids.
Yeah, you call in your helicopter, but you've upgraded your helicopter because you're sensible, and you've given it speakers, and the text of that.
Does it play the Valkyries?
So it's but the text of the upgrade is just it's like psychological warfare, but it's not even to do anything, because basically it's just right as the Valkyrie starts playing, you get in your helicopter. And then you press Y and then go into minigun, mounted minigun, and you just brrr, and it's that's amazing. That's super, super fucking fantastic gameplay. And then there's other ones where it's you gotta break into this village and extract the prisoner. And you're I just did that with no one noticing me. I carried the guy out. It was all nightfall. It was amazing. No one knew.
Wow, you're Tom Francis.
I mean, I was lucky.
You're lucky, Tom Francis.
And then you have that, and then you have to butt heads with just this fucking bullshit plot that's just driving you bonkers. So yeah, that's my Metal Gear Solid thing. I've played many hours of it now. I don't know. It's one of those games that I'm probably never going to finish, because at some point the plot's going to be too fucking bullshit. I know it kind of goes to Africa next, and then it sort of ends abruptly because they basically told them to release the game. You dickheads, you've been working on it forever.
Ship it.
Yeah, basically. So that's Metal Gear.
Wow.
I think people should play it.
I don't know where we're going from this. We might as well end the show. This is
We're done. Dave got too excited about video games.
Okay.
You've been excited about things, Fab, though, haven't you? You played Zelda, and I was surprised.
Let's have a rant about. I didn't play a lot of it.
Okay.
Mostly, I narrated a video with my voice training for Heise. But we had the Switch, and colleagues been writing about it, so I looked at it, and let's rant about this, okay?
Did you lick the cartridge though?
No, because I'm not a fucking moron.
It's the only thing I care about.
I also didn't stick a Joy-Con up my rectum like that fucking idiot from Vice.
Because it's not flared. Don't do it, Fab. Get stuck up there. You'll have to go to the ER. I've got a Joy-Con stuck up my ass.
You know, Katie works with lots of doctors.
Ice cubes. I can tell how many ice cubes are up my bum.
What? What?
I mean, so it's one of the things. It's one of the games. It's one of the games in 1-2 Switch. Is that you close your eyes. This sounds so wrong. And then you've got the Joy-Con. The Joy-Con. Come on, it's asking for people to put it up there.
Yes, it is. It is.
Because it's got HD rumble. You rotate the. You rotate the controller, and you're supposed to work out how many ice cubes there are. If it were a glass, how many ice cubes there are in it. That is apparently a mini game.
That is asking to put it up your ass. Yeah.
It's can I tell when it's up my bum?
I like. This is like late night Geek News Radio. This is like Dave off the hook. This is like. Damn, what do you call that when you're a man and you're not attached to somebody and you're God.
What it is Fab, is I'm a bit drunk.
No, there's a word for that. You know, when you're what's that word? Fuck.
Is it a German word?
No, it's an English word. You know, when you're single and you're a man, bachelor. It's Bachelor Dave. Basically.
Brief couple of days of.
I got the pipe out, and I still can't remember words.
Putting Joy-Cons up people's bums. Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
so
sorry.
So we had the Switch, and Zelda for me is one of those things, because I played that when I was small. You know, when I was a kid, and it's perfect nostalgia for me, and I really like it, and I think Switch, I think we talked about it when they announced it, didn't we?
I think so, probably.
I remember that I thought it looks like a shitty concept. Like you pull it apart and you put it together again and something.
Oh,
and I really
like it fucking break.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna break, and apparently it's been breaking. Apparently, people's been scratching the screen when they put it in the docking station. Apparently, the Joy-Con things keep breaking, like the sticks and whatever. That pixels and stuff like that. But Zelda looks really good. It's like the first open world Zelda. And it's Zelda. I mean, it's your Link.
Breath of the Wild.
Your Link. You got to rescue.
No, you're Zelda, Fab. You're Zelda.
You're Zelda, and
Because you can. That's the thing. This fucks me off. No end. Is that everyone's like when you say, "Oh, I'm playing a Zelda," they're like, "Oh, he's called Link." It's like, no, you can choose the name. Like that's the fucking point, is it not? Like
you can choose the name, can you?
Yeah, like isn't that the whole point that you can in theory?
Oh yeah,
change the
you
name?
could even in the Game Boy game. Yes,
The default is Link, but I could, if I so chose, call my Link Zelda.
that's gonna be a
then
mind
they wouldn't-
fuck.
They'd be like, actually, I'm going to mansplain you and say that you play as Link. It's like, well, no, sir.
No, sir.
I hacked the ROM and changed the pronoun to her, and then called myself Zelda.
You're like in the village, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta rescue Zelda," and you're like, "No, sir. I think you will find that I'm Zelda, and I'm fine. I don't know what this mission is you're giving me.
I've rescued myself.
I am a man of my own, and I'm Zelda, and fuck off. Where's my magic sword?"
Or you name yourself as like Frankenstein's monster.
I think
something
you.
like that.
Well, on the Game Boy, you only had like 5 characters or something. I always named myself Fab. Hey, Fab! Put chicken up on my hand.
Yeah, like that was a solid game. The Game Boy one.
I loved the Game Boy one. I've got it right here. I've got my Game Boy. Wait, does it work? Do I have batteries? We could play. We could play it. Oh no, the Game Boy doesn't have batteries. I wanted to play the music. Damn it. Anyway,
Does it have USB-C? Charge it with USB-C.
No, I've got this Game Boy. Is from '89.
Whoa, that's older than me.
Yes, this Game Boy is older than you, and I've got a Game Boy Color as well, but that doesn't have batteries anyway. That's the problem with fucking batteries. Anyway, just put it back in the cup. But I've got it right here. I love that. That Game Boy. What is it? Legend of Zelda? Link to the Past? A Link to the Past? Pun. Yeah, so I love that Zelda. But I don't care for this fucking console. And my thing is, like, Nintendo is so fucking stupid. They're so dumb. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, we're a hardware manufacturer, so you buy this, right? You buy the Switch, whatever. You buy. It's like it comes in a sleeve, right? There's like a sleeve for the game. And back in the day, before Dave was born, let me tell you of the past when we had an N64 and you had these huge cartridges, right? And you plunked them in.
Concept.
But this was the 90s, right? It was okay to plunk like a huge cartridge in, and it was all good. But these days, what the fuck? You buy this thing, and then there's basically an SD card in there. You get this box, there's nothing in it, just like a little SD card. And it's not even an SD card because they changed it somehow, whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? Why don't you just download shit? And I think this is all like fucked up. Because imagine what kind of money Nintendo could do if they would just release Zelda as it is on Steam. Have the console, have it, and then have it also on Steam. And even though the game looks like it's fucking from the past, because it was like they started working on it in 2013 or whatever,
It was supposed to come out on the Wii U.
On the last console, yeah.
Like a fucking PS2 or something.
And it looks shit. Like I was, we were talking like with we have a complete like Nintendo fanboy at work, and he was like talking about the Switch and whatever, and then it's like I talked to you about Martin before. colleague Martin, who I really like, but he's like fucking, I can't watch this. I can't look at this. The anti-aliasing is wrong. And it's like, I can see the pixels. And he was like, she's like, the textures are all blurry.
I did that. Like, it was like the day like it came out. Sam White on Twitter posted a photo. Oh, mate, it's beautiful. And I was like at the bus stop being bored. I just zoomed in on the rock and was like, screenshot. Look at the fucking aliasing on that, mate. Because it looks like dirt.
Yeah, that's what Martin says. I don't think he wants to be on the show, but I really wanted to have him on the show. It would be so funny. He's great. It's just like, I can see. That's what was it like? I shit you not. This is like Kaiser, right? We're sitting at lunch, and the whole company is crazy. So we're sitting at lunch, and he I shit you not. He said the sentence. What was it? We were talking about something completely different. Let's say motorbikes. And Martin, just out of the blue, because we were talking about the Switch earlier, says, the thing I can't understand is why Nintendo refuses to use anisotropic filtering. You walk across this bridge, and the water looks horrible. What the fuck, mate? But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I have to put up with that work. But anyway, he's kind of right. But I mean, even if they in that state, they released it right now on Steam, right? And it looked horrible. They would sell the way this game is hyped. Like if you look on Metacritic, it's unbelievable. It's like the third best game ever, or whatever. And it's like they would sell more than Skyrim. More copies than Skyrim. They're just printing money. I buy it. Even if it was like 60, 60 pounds.
Gosh, the Switch games are £60. It's fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's a console, but like they could release it for that price and on Steam, and people would buy it. They're like, no, we have to make money from the console. No, fuck! Just put it on Steam. You've been printing fucking money, Nintendo. Like on the smartphones, even they got it now. They now have an iOS game after like 20 years, and like they will get to this. Like if they don't ruin themselves before, at some point they're gonna have the games on Steam. Why not just do that fucking now? Oh god, I'm turning into Alex Jones. They're turning the fucking frogs gay. I don't get it. It's just like my problem is I really want to buy Zelda, right? I want to buy it. I'd buy it for £100, but like €100 or whatever. But I have to buy like a €300 console and then a €60 game on top. Like for that price, I could imagine how many Steam games I could buy for that.
You could buy a top hat, Fab.
And the top hat's only £80.
Yeah, so I've been like looking at this and going, yeah,
fuck.
I know. I was briefly like, I could play Nintendo games, and then Kyle's like, I don't really give a fuck about Zelda. I'd quite like to play like another Bayonetta if they brought that out. That'd be pretty cool. But like the killer thing is that it's another way of playing Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, and you can play Mario Kart, and you can if everybody has a console, you can kind of they then network.
Yeah,
and you can all play. Oh, it's so good.
But I don't want to blow that dollar on a kind of gimmick because I don't give a shit about like it being a portable as well.
Yeah.
Don't really care about that. Don't really play games outside the house. Would definitely get mugged on the bus. It's not happening.
Well, I would, but like Zelda, you don't want to play that in a train, like on
No, like I never really like have the slot to fit that kind of.
But I would even buy it because like I would just hook it up to my PC screen, right? I just put it on my desk and put it up to my normal screen and play it here. Yeah. But then like the controllers are suboptimal.
Yeah, they look very uncomfortable to use.
And they have a real controller, but that's like another €50 or something.
Yeah, you have to buy the Pro. Bonkers. Just buy a PC.
Yeah, I don't know. You could buy a really good graphics card for that money.
Yeah, you could.
Nintendo release a fucking thing on Steam. Jesus Christ, you stupid Japanese fucking crazy bastards. You're refusing money. This is like the German railway. They're like, me, right? I'm changing things, and I might work more like home office in the future, right? And I have to go to Hamburg more. Yeah, I want to go to Hamburg, CCKD, whatever. And I that can't really go on the motorbike all the time. So I was like, I need to go by train more often. I could buy a car, or I can just go by train. And the German railway, Deutsche Bahn, has this thing called Bahncard, which is like, you buy it, you can either buy the 25 or the 50 version, and then you like save 25 or 50% off each ticket you buy. So I want to get like the Bahncard 50, which is like, I don't know, it's like 250 euros or something like that a year, right? And currently, I don't have a credit card. Like, Katie and me have a joint credit card and can't use that for the train because they're silly and you have to carry it with you, whatever. What the fuck? Doesn't matter. So I said, okay, I need to get one of these bank cards, and I need to pay for it just like with bank draft thing. So like I go on
direct debit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, direct debit shit. So I go on the website. It's like, oh, you can't sign up for this. You need to unlock it. So you click that, and they send you a letter with a code, which takes 2 days. And then the code arrives, and you put it into their online system, and it says, well, it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work. Something's broken. After 3 days, I rang them up. No, first I wrote to them on Twitter. I said, this doesn't work. Screenshot. They're like, no, can't help you. Need to ring us. Need to ring the hotline. I rang the hotline, in the loop for ages. And they're like, oh, what's the problem? Please wait. Oh, okay. Can't help you. Need to write email to this email address. I write email to this email address complaining, linking them to the tweet with the screenshot. Nothing happening after like 4 days. I go to them on Twitter. It's like, I wrote you an email. I posted like the email on Twitter because I was getting pissed off.
Man, it's becoming wonderfully sort of...
Oh, this is great.
Now.
So the Twitter guy goes, nah, I can't help you, privacy reasons. You need to ring the phone line. I'm like, I rang the fucking phone line. They told me to write an email. What the fuck's going on? And then I ring them again. And by the time I'm like in the loop, I'm like looking up. I want to look up my customer number because I log in, and suddenly it's like it works. So they fixed it, but they didn't tell me about it.
Grand.
And it's like, meanwhile, this took like 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm trying to give you guys 200 euros. I'm trying to give you money. Let me give you money. And they're like, oh, it's like fucking Nintendo. The fuck? Anyway. Yeah, that's the Switch. I'm probably not going to buy a Switch. I'd rather buy a top hat, to be honest. I think that's a better investment.
I think it probably is. Ultimately, I think hats are probably good. Hats are good. I bought a watch.
What? What kind of watch?
I bought a slow watch. Have you seen these? They're 24-hour analog
I think I
watches.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good? Does it work?
It tells the time to an accuracy of about 15 minutes. Pretty good. It's good. It's nice.
Oh, they're not cheap, are they? Yeah. They were advertising them to me for a while.
Oh man, Facebook
Everywhere.
worked out that I like them, and they just advertise constantly now. It's like, no, but I've already bought one. Facebook. You don't get it. I'm not buying another one. You fuck. So, yeah, that's probably where the Switch money went, but I wouldn't have spent it on a Switch. I don't want a Switch. I want to play Zelda. I want to play Mario Kart. I want to play more Bayonetta. I don't want a Switch. I don't want those. Why are they red and blue? Can't they just be black?
No, I think their normal ones are grey.
That's fine then.
Red and blue was like the review version, I think.
Okay, good.
No, what's really shit, I think the Japanese customers can customize the colors. But we can't because we're not Japanese and they're fucking racist.
Why would you want... I mean, do you remember Xbox 360 faceplates? People was... No, fuck that.
No, because I hate the fucking Xbox.
Just, like, make a thing. Make it inoffensive.
These slow watches, I think Facebook was advertising them to me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you don't get it. I have a fucking Omega Seamaster. Like a fucking 2,000-pound watch. I don't need another watch anymore. Ever.
That is a valid point, but I will refer you to the aesthetics of the slow watch and the life-changing attitude of like, you know what? Like 5 minutes doesn't matter.
Have you seen
the
Seamaster Professional? It makes you look like Pierce Brosnan.
I have seen the Seamaster Professional. I've looked at the Seamasters a lot.
See, the thing is, I can't deal. What they don't get is either can't deal with watches without the second hand. Because I'm OCD and I look at the watch and like, is it running? Is it running? Is it on? Does it work?
My watch has one hand.
Well, we have this radio controlled watch, which this looks great. We won a design award in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a second hand, and I keep looking at it. It's like, is that working? I pull out another look at my Seamasters. Like, is that watch working?
Maybe don't buy a slow watch.
No, I won't. I have the only watch I'm ever gonna need. Right here.
It's awesome. The slow watches, there's an automatic version, you know, the ones that like rewind themselves with your movement. But they're like 4 times the price, which I kind of get. Obviously, they're going to be more expensive, but then they kind of like faff them up. They add like shitty kind of twiddliness. It's like, because they kind of know that someone's going to spend like £800 on a watch, who's going to want a kind of chavvy watch. Whereas I'm like, no, I want the really fucking.
Did you just call my watch a chavvy watch? Yeah. Sir, dear sir, I want
the clean lines. I want the clean lines.
Regarding your recent foray into the rap business,
put on your fighting trousers,
Jeffrey. Fetch me off now. Those are my time traveling trousers. You know that actually I read when Facebook was advertising these to me. I read about them, and you know that the movement in there is actually a movement for like a normal watch with like 2 hands. Mm-hmm. They just modified it, which I find really ingenious. I think that's a cool idea.
It's kind of cool, yeah. Like I wasn't able to like find out how they did it because I wanted to like.
Of course, really, we should write Archie and ask him what he thinks about the slow
Archie,
watch.
what do you think of this? And I'd be like, I want to punch Archie in the face. Fucking hurry, Archie.
You fuckers! That's not a watch, you fuckers! If it's not a gold Rolex Submariner, it's not a watch. Apparently they're made in Switzerland, so you got something in common with Omega.
Yeah, well, I mean, the mechanism is
right.
I think I'm not sure if like the rest of the watches.
That's the only thing that counts.
Yeah,
the movement.
Man, I went on a deep dive into watch like mechanism reviews. Like, not reviews of watches, reviews of watch mechanism.
Well, the only watch I want, it's another watch I would buy. Like as a second watch to the Seamasters, there is the Omega Speedmaster Moon watch,
right? Yeah,
like the one that went to the moon.
To the moon, yeah,
which is great. It's like that's manual.
Are you gonna buy like Hasselblad film cameras while you're at it,
dude? If I had the money, I'd buy one. Our photographer at Heiser, I think, has 2. I think he's one modified to be like a digital one. God,
my dad had Hasselblad film cameras.
What do you mean he had?
He sold them. He went digital.
You mean he didn't fucking bequeath them to you?
No, I didn't want them. I don't hashtag believe.
I would have taken them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because he like obviously switched to digital. Hasselblad digital is very expensive.
Well, you can modify the analog ones.
Yeah, he didn't want to do that though, did he?
Just keep it. They're fucking the investment.
Yeah, but like the amount of camera gear he has. But yeah, he had those.
This website has a section called Slow People, like people that wear slow watches. Yeah, one of them is Orlando Bloom.
So like, let's just.
Are you a slow person there?
I'm pretty slow. Okay, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty like dumb. So like. The advertising is kind of like, I mean, so you go to the website and there are 3 tabs. There's watches / bands, and then the brand, which I'm all about.
Hashtag the brand.
Hashtag the brand. Confront your enemies. Don't think about mortality. All about that. But it's just like, here's a guy who probably works in software and he's just leaving the work. Oh, here's a dude bro who's just been in the gym. It's like, he's fucking. Here's a dude bro of like playing snooker. It's like, there's someone on a bicycle. It's like, fuck. These are all assholes.
So we need to compare. So Omega, yeah, right, has George Clooney. Pierce Brosnan.
There's a man with a rugby ball, but he's also wearing a shirt and tie.
Okay. You've got Orlando Bloom, right? I think I'm winning that one.
I think I just have like unnamed California, which I'm fine with.
Doesn't Clarkson? I think Clarkson always wears the Speedmaster.
Good thing I don't own a Speedmaster.
Well, that Clarkson is great. Awesome.
He's the worst.
God, I really want that Moonwatch. It's like 5,000 euros.
Buy it, Fab. Buy it. I don't care. Buy it right now.
The really amazing one, they have it's called Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay.
It's ceramic. It's black ceramic. Like the case is ceramic. It's 9,700 euros.
Buy it. Why would you not buy it, Fab?
So amazing. If I was a bachelor, I'd buy it. Like I'd be Archie. I'd spend all my money on Omega watches. I just fucking love them. Anyway, where were we? We had topics we wanted to talk about.
We've done the Switch. We've done Taboo. We've done Metal Gear. Elite, the Commander's beta. Fab, you've been making yourself being in emails. You've been in official promotional material.
Yeah. So basically the Commanders is like Elite Dangerous 2.3. It's in beta right now. It's coming out at some point later, and they launched it, and it has like multi-crew, and for that they have like the character creator. But apparently they had problems with multi-crew, so they pulled that out of the first beta that came out.
Right.
They did launch that in the beta yesterday, but I've just been playing the character creator. As they call it, the Hollow Me, which for me already is Game of the Year 2017. It's like the Elite Dangerous character creator. It's great. It's really good. It's got Martin. It's got this is something for him. It's got heterochromatism.
Oh, does it?
So you can pick like different eye colors.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. It's
got cyborg pupils.
Yeah, I saw those.
It's fucking amazing. So I've been basically, I think I've spent over the last week, I've spent 20 hours in it.
That is impressive.
Perfecting my own avatar. And I think I'm as close as I can get. And one of my works in progress, so the Hot Normal Truckers, salute, are running a competition that's going to be judged at Elite Meet on 1st of April over in the UK. And basically it's like make yourself in the character creator. And they have a thread where people post their works in progress. And I was in the official Elite newsletter.
Yeah, so I saw the tweet and was like, what? No, Fab, what? And I read the email. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Fab's in the thing.
It was really cool. I really like that. That felt a bit of a validation for my hours spent in this. It's really cool. It's got the Miller haircut.
It does have the Miller haircut.
Delta Space Mobile. It's amazing. And that's just I really haven't had time to try the multi-crew. But the character creator already is great. I mean, I watched some stuff on the streams, and it's like, so basically the way they did it is like you'll beam the other commander in as a hologram. So you don't have to meet because the galaxy is so big. So you could be like on the other side of the galaxy, literally like in Colonia or whatever. And you can join me in my ship. At sometime we have to try it. So if you have a big ship with like turrets that are usually computer controlled, like you could control the turrets. And cool. It's got like a really neat camera mode, like for you to control turrets, which looks really good. Like if you have like me, I have a ship with a fighter bay, where you can have like crew and pay them, and it's like AI controlled, and they can either control the ship or the fighter. You could control the fighter, or the ship, and I
man.
could control the fighter, and it's really cool. Oh, and the other thing that's in the beta is like they completely revamped the camera. So for a long time, Elite was like they called it the debug camera, and it was really like, you know, you had no control over your ship while you were using it because they didn't want people to use it like as an advantage in combat. And now they have like this gorgeous camera mode. It's got different cameras. It's got basically a drone that you can fly around your ship. And it's kind of like before, so you relinquish control over your ship while you use the camera, so it doesn't you don't gain like an advantage. But it's gorgeous. It's got like depth of field and like focus controls. And this is like, even in the beta, people have been like the other camera, like when you zoomed out, it had like this kind of fisheye effect.
Yeah.
And the new camera is just amazing. It's like the screenshots people have been posting are amazing. And you know, Elite before, like even with the rudimentary camera, had amazing screenshots. It's just a beautiful game. I've watched people like in multi-crew, you can now you can walk around the cockpit of the ships, and in VR it's just gorgeous. It's like the details in the cockpits of those ships. It's just fucking amazing. And I'm really looking forward to that. You know, I'm planning this little YouTube show I'm going to do about ships in Elite, and it's like I'm just waiting for them to launch the camera in the final version. I was thinking about doing it with the old camera, but then I saw they're launching this camera, and I said I'm just going to hold off until that's in the final game, and then I'm just going to film stuff with that because it's just fucking gorgeous. It's really great. Elite is amazing. Like, people have been complaining that there's nothing like really big in this version that's coming out, but for me it's just like it's got a character creator and a camera. It's all I need, like screenshots. I don't give a fuck about like all the other stuff.
Think of the social media.
Oh, and you can name ships now.
Oh, game of the year.
And you will have they haven't it's not in there yet, I think, but like you can name the ships now, but they'll have like decals you can put on the outside.
Oh,
You can put Rocinante on the ship.
oh,
Fuck.
yeah.
That's game of the year, mate.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Gamescom. I think this year I'm gonna go to Gamescom again. So I'm gonna suck up to them so much. I like, you know, I think we talked about that when I was at Gamescom last year, and I talked to Sandro Samarco for like an hour. That was amazing. Oh god, such a fanboy.
It's all about ethics in video games journalism.
Dude, I'm like, when I'm writing about this, I'm like, I think I'll have to put a disclaimer in there now that I'm just like a fucking massive Elite fanboy. Like in the end, like put in like this writer spent in excess of like 600 hours in this game. Just be aware he's a fanboy. So good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. All the screenshots coming out of it have been great.
So good.
Like the newsletters have just had lovely stuff in it.
Dave, you have to be my my canon officer.
I'll have to do it. I want to give it a shot with like a controller rather than like the HOTAS, because apparently it's quite surprisingly good with like an Xbox controller. Because there's a thing I learned about Xbox One controllers. So I have an Xbox One because I'm a peasant. And I used to have.
You need to wear your flat cap when you say.
Yeah, absolute working class peasant.
Meanwhile, I'm here in my top hat.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh mate, I'm going down mines. I don't know what the fuck that was. Why would London people going down in mines? Yeah, so I was like, oh, I want to play Metal. So this is just when I was going to play Metal Gear. I was kind of like holding off because like, with the mouse and keyboard, it's going to be a pain in the dick. But I thought, wait, Xbox One in theory should work on the PC. And yeah, that's like the least painless hardware plugging in I've ever had. You just plug it in with like a micro.
Yeah, people
USB.
have been saying that. Yeah,
but I didn't believe them. I thought, oh man, I'm gonna have like, or like it's not gonna work, or like it's gonna freak out because I've got rechargeable batteries in them. No, you just plug it in and it just instantly works.
I love this is like Dave discovering stuff in video games that other people's been talking about for 4 years.
Because you assume PC gamers like have a high build their own PCs. They've got like a high tolerance to dealing with shit. Like, and I don't. I'm like, no, it has to just work nicely. And just plug it in, it fucking works. And it's great. And apparently, the kind of Elite controls are surprisingly good. So I'll have to give that a shot.
Well, the thing I've learned is that with the Hunt Truckers, this is really surprised me. So the Hunt Truckers have a team called Hotbox, which is our Xbox commanders. You know, we have these weird acronyms for everything.
Of course, it's video games. You've got to have weird names for things. You've got to be exclusionary.
Yeah. Also, they're the Hutton Truckers. They're like really weird. Everybody's really weird, but in a fun way. But anyway, we had Team Hotbox, which is like they're like the combat commanders, most of them. So they do most of the fighting, and they're all on Xbox. So apparently it works really well. I've got no idea. I need a HOTAS personally. HOTAS for live. Can't work without a HOTAS.
I have unplugged mine because since putting the second screen on my desk, it's just there's less space.
I've incorporated it into my desk. Literally, we had friends over from Hamburg for the first time the other weekend, and interesting looks when they saw like my desk with like 2 screens, microphone boom arm, 2 keyboards. And the fucking X55 HOTAS. Like, I need that. That's important for work. That is.
Yes, it's research.
Video game journalism. I need a HOTAS. Yeah.
Man. Like, also, so the Elite RPG is now okay.
They're back.
They're back on Kickstarter.
Apparently, the copyright holders never
did anything.
No.
Yeah, which is nice.
I think Braben sent the Braben boys over, to be honest.
The Braben boys, yeah, with their baseball bats. So yeah, the Elite RPG people are continuing to send approximately 4 emails a day.
Oh god, yeah. Somebody needs to talk to them about that.
So it's fucking unbearable. Like 90% of the emails I get now, it's like, this is ridiculous. I'm getting more emails from them than from Amazon, which is ludicrous.
And they buy shit on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm like, I prime stuff very regularly. And then it's just like, oh man, there's a new short story. Oh man, here's a new thing. Here's more short stories. Oh, here's an update. Like, for fuck's sake.
We're still alive.
Like, I don't want to unsubscribe just in case there's something useful.
It is now, isn't it now funded?
I believe it has.
Let me see how much money they made.
I don't know how it being on hold affected the time that that's the.
Wait, ED RPG. I think they lost some backers, but I think they got so much like reporting from like Ars Technica and stuff because they were in the copyright thing that I think they made it up big time. So they wanted, it's been funded, so they got £86,913.
What were they asking for?
Yeah, good question. It doesn't say.
Less than that.
It was less. Where does it say that on Kickstarter once it's finished?
I don't know. I used to think it said it next.
Yeah, it used to. It is, but when it finished, it only says the final.
Fucking bullshit.
Was it 40,000?
I have no idea.
Well, 45,000 they wanted.
Okay.
They got, 86?
Yeah, so it's nearly double.
That's good. It didn't reach 90. I want them to reach 90 because it would have given another ship background book, but I think it's good. We're good people. We'll have to once this is out, we'll have to do sessions. Have Char be GM.
Yeah,
I mean, she's giving lectures in RPGs. So.
Yeah, like someone who knows things about game design. Yeah, like other stuff that's happened. Pocket got bought by Mozilla, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that.
Yeah, so people don't like this for a service that has like millions of users. Not seem to know about it. It's one of those read it later things, a bit like Instapaper, in that like you put a plug-in in your
what in your Joy? You put your Joy-Con up your ass.
Your Joy-Con up your butt, You install like a plugin in your browser, and you just like press the button and it saves it to read it later, and it kind of like formats the page nicely, so you can like read it later on the bus or whatever, which is quite cool. I've been using it for like 18 months or something. So like, find a cool link, bang, put it in Pocket, read it later on my phone on the Pocket app, and it kind of strips out a lot of the shite that websites have, like adverts and.
You need, I mean, there's things that pay my salary.
Yes, that's one of the reasons I feel really bad using it. Is because it lets the ads out, but then also it's like I went to the site.
It's all right, Dave. It's all right, Dave. I forgive you.
Yeah, so that's nice. So you're kind of like, I always wondered like how they were keeping running, because you could pay for it, couldn't you? Like it was a paid.
Yeah, I think it wasn't like investment magic like Twitter.
It was kind of like like it's losing money, but it's still worth billions.
Rich people who don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I was always wondering like okay, they're obviously using my data to sell and to kind of.
We know what Dave reads. Yes, we struck upon gold.
Man, he's been reading a lot about like naval computer systems.
What you have?
Oh man, so what's it called? The Naval Tactical Data Display System. There's an excellent.
Wait. To the Google Naval
Tactical Data.
Oh, that's a long word. Display system. We're about like
Naval. It's the Naval Tactical Data System, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. There's an
the NTDS.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I think it's an IEEE kind of engineering thing. There's a massive series of articles about this, and it kind of like encapsulates like the history of early computing and computers in the context of like trying to
on a boat.
Yeah, on a boat, like put computers on a boat, because like the sort of idea was that like
warships have rooms known as Combat Information Centers or CICs. Colonel Ty to the CIC, pass the word to Colonel Ty. I remember that.
Yeah, so in fact, the kind of crux of it is they sort of realized that like if Russia went to war with America, the kind of radar people couldn't cope with tracking that many targets, so they had to come up with a better way of sharing information and tracking targets.
Oh, I've now found a link to the Battle of Britain bunker.
Yeah, so it just goes down all these rat holes about like really cool people, like one of the guys involved with it, like when Pearl Harbor happened, like climbed a radio mast to like jerry-rig the radar dish back because it got broken. So he basically built one on the fly while climbing up thing. It was pretty cool people doing like mad
British people doing engineering.
Well, no, these were all American labs.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Basically all American.
American
so, like,
people
doing British things. No. So yeah, that's one of the kind of like early things I read on Pocket.
Just the great thing about Taboo, like the Americans are the evil guys.
I mean, prescient. No, so yeah, it was Pocket was one of those things that because the website had like shitty formatting, reading it on Pocket was a really nice format. But yeah, Mozilla bought them. Did they buy them or did they just like take them on board?
They bought them.
Okay.
Acquired them, I think is the.
You kind of like, yeah, you think, is this a good thing in that it's going to stick around for a long time? Because like you'd feel like, oh man, it's going to stick around for a long time. It's been bought. Someone has faith that this product is going to stay around, and then you remember it's Mozilla.
Yeah, they have a history of just screwing shit up, especially shit they buy. Also, they screwed their logo up recently.
Yeah,
really badly.
So,
God, like, that logo. What the fuck?
What have they bought that they fucked up? Because like. I've got a vague recollection of various things, but like
me too. I don't know, but they fucked up
because they fucked Thunderbird, didn't they?
They fucked like, everything that isn't Firefox, and they kind of fucked that too.
They're continually fucking Firefox.
Oh no, I haven't had the turtle for about a year now. Maybe it's because I upgraded all my computers.
Yeah, so I kind of hope it sticks around. Like this, kind of implies that like yeah, they're
well, it's a good guys now.
Yeah, it's owned by people who are the good guys, even if they fuck up, which is alright. But do you think they're gonna like go for a host your own solution?
I think they're gonna build in Firefox. That's the only thing that makes sense, isn't it?
Yeah, because they were shipping the plugin for a while. It was like literally bundled with.
I think they need to build it into Firefox.
Yeah,
actually, there's Yeah.
I remember people like complaining that they were like shipping proprietary shit with.
Well, I solved that problem.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll like open source it. I just wonder if they're gonna come.
Come what? Sorry, you cut out.
I wonder if they're gonna come out with a thing where you can host your own server, so all your data.
I don't know. You know me. I'm evil fat now. I don't give a damn. I'm wearing my top hat. Yeah, open source.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm
needs
evil
to
day.
work.
Like I obviously wouldn't host my own. I would quite appreciate the idea that there would be that. So if it went away, I could just migrate over to the federated FOSS Pocket version. But realistically, I'm never going to host my own, and there's no reason to pay for it, as far as I can tell right now.
You know, I learned something about Firefox today, which really excited me. You know, something about the browser that excited me for like a decade. Apparently, there's an experimental feature in Firefox 50 that they're gonna roll out at some point, which is like it's like containers. It's like context.
Fucking
No,
containers.
not those containers. Not like fucking.
We put Firefox in Docker.
No, not Docker. It's like it's like enclaves for tabs, so you can have different contexts. So you have a work context and a private context and like a porn whatever, and you can it confines like all your cookies and everything to those contexts. Right. So you know when you're at work and you're looking at like slow watches, and then you get all the ads everywhere, like in your work. So you could do that in your private context, and then your work context wouldn't know that you looked at that because it doesn't have the tracking cookies or whatever.
Yeah, but don't they use more than just cookies to track you?
Well, it confines all of that, like session data, I think saved passwords. It's like having a second profile, Firefox profile, except it's not a profile. It's like color coded. Like let's say it has a red bar on top for all your work tabs, and then it has like private tabs, and you can go like when you right click on something, you open tab as, you can open it in this context.
So I've got kind of like
cool.
That feels like a great idea. I mean, that sounds great, but it's like it is just an arms race between that and then advertising people. Like I feel like they're going to circumvent it because
they can't.
Like,
it's in the control. Really, it's like I'm gonna put a link in the show notes for this. It's called they have a thing called the Contextual Identity Project.
right.
And at some point it's gonna be an arms race or whatever. But this is in the control of the browser, right? So they could it's just like a different Firefox thing. I mean, I'm not saying they can't track you, but they can track you with everything, like screen size or whatever.
Yeah, it was just
flash cookies and shit like that.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's like completely safe, but it's good. It's a neat idea. It's like the first thing, like the first idea about browsers that I read in a long time. We're like, oh, this is generally new. This is like a new idea. It's good. I really like it. So I have the problem. I have lots of Twitter accounts, I could have like a GNR context and have
you've sold it. You've just fucking sold it.
Be logged into Twitter. You could be logged in as Meta Slippers, and then have like a tab for Mega Slippers and have one for Meta Slippers, and you don't have to do it in privacy
because right
mode.
now I have to re-log in incognito browsers.
Yeah, go to porn mode, right? And
Okay, this is a killer feature.
I think it's really cool. Look, and the way they did with the UI with like the color coded little thing at the top. Like if you look at that link that I'm going to put in the show notes, it's like it looks really cool.
I kind of want it to be more obvious than that color. Well, to be honest, that's far too subtle.
They might still work on that.
Install a plugin that
you want your whole screen to turn red.
Yeah, I'm in
meta mode.
Yeah, man, these tweets, they're going to be in-jokes.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, no, okay, I'm sold on that. Hopefully they don't fuck it up. Hopefully they don't fuck Pocket up. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
things that they fucked up, mate, is Logan, the film.
I thought it was really good. I read that was
Yeah, so here's the
good.
thing. I feel like it's a good film, but it's a terrible X-Men film.
yeah, I've read that. It's very different then.
Yeah, so it's the latest and the final film in the kind of Wolverine saga. Fast forward an amount of time that you can look up on the website if you don't want spoilers. Basically, Wolverine is dying because adamantium is poisonous.
Did we know that?
No, but it's very quickly established as a MacGuffin that's the reason why so they've done the thing that you have to do to Wolverine to make him interesting. They've depowered him because when he's like full Wolverine, he's literally unstoppable. So it's like, okay, cool, they've done that. The other super cool but incredibly depressing thing is Professor X has Alzheimer's.
Wasn't he dead? Didn't he die at some point?
It's complicated because there's loads of time travel stuff. Because X3,
I got a pipe. Yeah, I reignited the pipe.
Yeah,
right?
So I can't actually explain why it happened, but because some of the time travel things, the third X-Men film doesn't happen, so he didn't die in that.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Was J.J. Abrams involved?
I don't think. No, he wasn't. So he's
Are we sure?
So he's the most powerful telepath, but he kind of isn't really in control of himself, which is super hyper depressing, especially if you've been around old people who are in that situation. It's like, oh fuck, it's making me feel the feels. But
sounds good. Sounds like a good movie. Finally,
there's kind of 4 films happening at the same time. There's this whole kind of it's the end of Logan and Professor X saga, because spoilers, they die at the end in utterly fucking kind of non-events. Professor X dies in a completely non-event. He's dead. Oh fuck. Wolverine kind of goes out a bit melodramatically, but wasn't really that sad. Don't know. So there's the kind of end of an era. They're both kind of dying. Basically, they're old and farty. There's the kind of Wolverine getting a real family and because there's X-23, the kind of lady who has the claws as well. She's a kid, and his kid, kind of from genetic experiment stuff. So there's that plot of him coming to kind of terms with having a family and kind of growing as a person. And then there's the film about them being on the run from the pharmaceutical company. And there's also this band of children X-Men people who are on. So there's 4 films, which basically means the film is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. You're like, Jesus Christ, it's a Wolverine film. Stop this. So there's it's kind of got these kind of cool things. They're oh man, if they just took this and made a 90-minute film, that'd have been great. If it was it's the end of Wolverine, he's on one last mission, 90-minute film, grand. If it was Wolverine's getting kids, amazing, 90-minute film, but not 2 hours and 20 minutes of so many different things happen. So Ellie and I went to it, and we were walking out of the cinema going, oh man, that bit when X thing happens, there's this whole sequence where they're help some people at the side of the road, and then there's a 20-minute interlude where they have dinner in someone's house, and Professor X feels happy and suddenly remembers he did all these horrible things. And then basically everyone dies. That's the bit where Professor X dies. The only people who come out of that alive are the kid and Wolverine. And he's why did that happen? Other than to kind of give them a semblance of family life, but it took 20 minutes and add. So I've got a kind of a test of whether or not my bum aches more than I want to stay in the film. So if I'm really engrossed in a film, I'm not going to notice that I've been sat in the same position for 2 hours, and I'm going to be oh yeah, more, which quite a few films passed, but then Wolverine didn't. By the end, I was I really want to go for I want to stretch my legs more than I want to see the end of this. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. I think people should see it. It's by far the most interesting thing they've done with X-Men, even if I think it's kind of not perfect, because I go to see X-Men films because they're superhero films, because they're dumb teenage power fantasies. That is fundamentally what they are. They've got this overtone of picking an oppressed minority kind of thing, but they are basically power fantasies because Wolverine exists. And Deadpool's exactly the same thing. It's oh man, what if you could be shot in the head and be fine?
But Deadpool's amazing.
Yeah, like I think Deadpool was a far better X-Men film, but a far worse film. And I kind of wanted Hugh Jackman. This is like the last time Hugh Jackman's going to play Wolverine. I wanted his last kind of thing to be him going out, being like fucking, being amazing, and he kind of doesn't do that at all. There's a kind of, because he's kind of dying and failing, like his powers are less, so he's not strong. He doesn't heal nearly as quickly. Eventually, he doesn't really heal at all. He dies. But there's kind of a MacGuffin of like a drug. Another random MacGuffin. They clone Wolverine. Like that is another arc that they have made another Wolverine called like X-24, and they give him some magic juice that like heals him, which becomes the plot thing of like how he doesn't die immediately. And it's like, can you not have just like given him a bit more? Can I given him like a nice kind of bombastic, yeah, he's a badass, but then he dies, rather than like, oh man, that was a slog and everything's shit and life is terrible. Isn't family great until everyone dies?
Watch Taboo.
Yeah. So I just kind of left that being like, I kind of felt some things, but they were mostly sad things. I didn't want
Taboo's like family is shit, everybody dies. Also,
Okay.
fuck your sister.
No, I don't have a sister, but I wouldn't do that. I was like, what is Taboo? This sounds ridiculous.
Well, it's called Taboo. It's gotta be a taboo in it.
Fair play. You have the point. So that is my kind of micro review of Logan. I think probably.
I'll gonna watch it when it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I watched Man of Steel the other day. Katie watched it. We watched it.
What do you think about? What do you think about?
Too long fight scenes. I like the German lady who plays the evil.
Oh, she plays one of Zod's minions.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
The rest was kind of.
Zod's pretty cool. So I
God, no, that beard.
This is what I kind of prefaced my Twitter comments on Wolverine, being like, I'm the person who liked Batman versus Superman.
No, that's like, I like the general theme.
Yeah, that's the
but
thing.
there's like 2 hours of them just like crashing.
Yeah.
It's like that fight. No, it's not. It's not that it's too long. There's nothing at stake because they grind each other, like literally grind their faces through the road. But they're both so powerful that it doesn't matter. And you're like, why do they keep fighting? They can't hurt each other. And then one of them just dies. You're like, why did he die now? Like, what did he do now that he died? Before that, he literally smashed them through like 3 buildings.
Yeah.
Why did he die now?
Is potentially one of the reasons why the Lego Batman is maybe the best superhero film ever made. Because it fucking doesn't give a shit. It breaks the fourth wall all the time. It's hilarious.
I'm gonna say one thing I am excited about is Alien Covenant.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I watched the trailer
God.
and it was dark. I watched it. It was dark outside and I couldn't sleep afterwards.
It's creepy.
And it's like that is well done because the alien, you know it. Like it's like that they still can make you afraid of that. Great. And it's did I mention Ridley Scott is heavily involved in Taboo?
No.
A producer there, so this is why it's good. It's Ridley Scott. Cool. And this is like, okay, it's got like, oh god, this time it's like couples. On the fucking spaceship, they're couples.
Yeah, I kind of was like, why are they doing it's like a repopulation thing. It's going to make sense.
No, it's not. It's like 10 couples. You can't repopulate a planet with that, but it doesn't matter. It's
the first wave.
It's a better plot device than biologists who don't have biohazard protocols, which was Prometheus. Yeah, I do like Prometheus. I'm one of the few people who likes Prometheus. Yeah,
Prometheus isn't that terrible. There are plot holes in it, sure.
But there are plot holes in everything. The problem with
they're doing space travel really well.
There's 2 problems with Prometheus. Katie pointed this out. These are biologists. They're exobiologists. Why don't they have biohazard protocols? Like, you don't get infected by something and then just fuck. Like, no. And then it's another one of these movies where like it's like fucking Star Trek where Idris Elba is just like completely undersold. Like, you know, Idris Elba in Prometheus is just like, what the fuck? He could carry the whole movie.
Yeah.
You know, why is he just in that like a little bit? I mean, he's badass, but like no. But Alien Covenant looks great. Captain's got like a cowboy hat on a spaceship, unsold. It's good. I'm
Looks
gonna
good.
watch.
Art
I
style,
will not watch this in the cinema. I think, like Prometheus, I can't. I'm a fucking sissy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna literally die. The only way I can watch alien movies is on a weekend at like 2:00 in the afternoon when it's light outside. Because
you're surrounded by fluffy bunnies.
I think I told the story before, but I'm gonna tell this again. When I was 12, 13, I had a small TV in my room, which I was supposed to pretty much only use for my Nintendo 64. And I watched Alien, the original Alien, which was on, of course, at like 11, 12 at night.
This is obviously after you've just finished an episode of Lex.
No, I think this was actually before that. So it's like Saturday, 11:00. I'm supposed to be in bed. I'm in bed. Get up. I know Alien's on. I take the TV off, it was like on like a cupboard. Put it on the floor. It doesn't have a headphone jack. My parents are asleep in the room next door. So there can't be light under the door because they'll see I'm awake. So I'm going next to the TV, turn the TV on 1 so I can hear it but nobody else can. Put my blanket over me and the TV. And literally 2 centimeters from the screen, I'll watch Alien. And I'm like madly in love with Sigourney Weaver and the whole scene where she's like basically at the end, she's basically naked. I'm like, but it's like fucking Alien. I'm scared to death, but I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm in a dark room under a blanket next to that scarred me for life. If you want to know why I'm as fucked up as I am, this is a big part of it. And this is why I couldn't play Alien Isolation. It's a great game. I love it, but I can't play it. I'm so afraid I had like dreams, like nightmares of that alien. I just can't but I love these movies. I love the way they're made, especially the original Alien. It's just fucking great. But I just I can't watch it in the cinema. It's just like in the cinema you can't get away from like the cheap scary effects they do, like when they manipulate you. I have to watch it in the daytime.
Yeah,
but I'm excited. It looks good.
Yeah. Other things that are exciting, Fab. There are things coming up in the future.
In the future.
Yeah, OggCamp is returning.
Oh yeah, that's like in south in England.
The people of the south.
It's like south of London.
Yeah, I have no idea actually. I have literally no idea where Canterbury is.
Canterbury.
Canterbury.
Dutch is Canterbury.
Canterbury is indeed further south than London.
Yeah,
it's like fucking miles away. Oh my god. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. So OggCamp is back in 2017. It's going to be at Canterbury Christchurch University, which is in Kent. So it's properly down south. You're not involved at all, are you?
No. I'm still running the website, apparently, but...
apparently so. I think Joe Ressington's probably going to get in contact with you, because on Late Night Linux, they were chatting about how the website needs an update.
Yeah, I think I'm in talks with, I think, John the Nice Guy.
Yeah,
to also transfer the domains and stuff. I'm just I've got so much on at work that I'm just I can't go because it's on the 19th and 20th of August. Yeah. 20th is my birthday. And I think on the 21st, Gamescom starts. Mm-hmm. So there's no. Sure. Also, I'm all holiday book. I'm going to Australia for a month, and we're gonna do the Dublin thing.
Yeah.
And that's all my holidays gone.
Yeah. So John the Nice Guy is organising it. Currently, I don't think there are any sponsors announced. You can get tickets. I think the kind of venue was sorted out by Tobias Clem, friend of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's a lecturer at the university.
Oh, yeah, Oh, I see. The website says it. Why didn't they can't they just update it? I mean,
What?
it looks like it's updated. It's on a current WordPress.
I don't know. I think it's because like whoever. I don't know.
I just logged in. Apparently, I still have credentials because it's on my server.
I suppose that's true. So yeah, it's coming back.
Oh
it's
yeah, it does need a bit of an up. Oh, I see what they. Oh God. Depending on what server that's on.
Has it been owned, fam?
No, but I should update this. Why doesn't it have auto? What? What's going on?
Sysadmin, fam.
Okay, I will when I'm less drunk.
Yeah, when you're less drunk, have a look at it.
I'll figure that out probably tomorrow at work. Don't tell anybody.
I will almost certainly be there.
Cool. That's good.
That's good. We can drink beers in probably a pub, and it'll be grand. Another thing that's happening is Foss Talk Live.
Oh, this is fucking Joe Racing 2, isn't it?
It is Joe Racing
fucking
2.
Joe Racing. I'm winding him up.
But yeah, we love him.
That man, he's my nemesis. He keeps saying things that are wrong. Dear sir, regarding your recent foray into podcasting, fetch me my fighting trousers.
Yeah, the thing what we did in London last year in like sometime is coming back. It's in the Harrison Bar again near King's Cross. It's on Saturday the 24th of June. There will be
King's Cross always makes me in Sydney, King's Cross, the red light district. So whenever somebody says King's Cross, I'm just like, what? Fuckers?
Like I think historically King's Cross in London hasn't been a tremendously grand place. It's got better since they did like St Pancras Station, but like there used to be some dodgy bits near King's Cross. So yeah, there's going to be like late night Linux people there. The Ubuntu podcast are going to be there. And me and Stuart and potentially someone else.
What you mean? What a public figure, Stuart Language?
Yeah, a public figure.
That's what his Wikipedia thing says.
Oh wow, is it? That's cool.
I don't know why. I'm just jealous. I want to be a public, and why am I not a public figure?
I mean, you have a mention on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I have a mention. I don't have a page.
I think I'm still mentioned on the page. Actually.
Okay, if I get a top hat, right? Yeah. Somebody needs to. I'll take a picture, and somebody needs to fucking sort out a Wikipedia page for me and put that picture on it, and have like public figure. You can make it Fabian McSchnitzel. I don't give a damn.
Oh man, I'm still mentioned on the Wikipedia page. That's hilarious.
Well, it's you earned it.
I did. So yeah, we're gonna do the late night kind of drunken mashup thing. I think Joe said he's not gonna be on it because he was fucking annihilated.
That man, why is he not gonna be on it? Curse you!
He was very drunk at the end, and that was pretty grand. Yeah, come along to that as well. It'll be a laugh. Yeah, that's that.
Just give me a thing. I need to make a Hitler meme for a colleague. No, there's I told that just Facebook. It's a request.
I need to make a Hitler movie.
We'll need to put this in the show, shouldn't we? I'll just cut that in. I mean, I always went to this thing, Crate and Crowbar, where like we totally didn't go on a break. Well, Dave and me just went on a pee break, and now I have to make Hitler meme for a colleague on Facebook. So basically, I mentioned Titanic magazine, didn't I? At some point, there's like this German satire magazine.
Oh, yep.
And they now have a Hitler comparison generator, and you put somebody's name in, and it has a picture of Hitler, and it says X is like Hitler because. So this I made this for a colleague now. It says X is like Hitler because X doesn't drink. And he lives vegetarian. A picture of Hitler. And then at the bottom says in English, I'm Adolf Hitler and I approve of this message.
Fucking hell.
So I'm just gonna send that to him now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because this is great. Oh, I discovered Mr. B, the gentleman rhymer. Chap hop.
Yep.
has a song called Hitler Gives.
Yes.
This was made for me.
I saw that and thought, yes, that is a fab song.
I discovered two songs. Shout out to Merlin, who's great. His first name is Merlin. He works with me. He does podcasts as well. He's a great guy. Love it's the magic boy.
Why is he magic other than being Merlin?
His name's Merlin.
Okay, I wonder if he pulled some other magic,
What? Sorry, you cut out.
I thought maybe he was like a magician on the side. And
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting to perform magic tricks. So we totally didn't have a break just now to pee.
No, not at all.
Are you wearing a onesie?
I'm not. I'm sorry.
I'm wearing a onesie, which is helpful when you need to pee.
I'm not gonna lie. Going to the loo in a onesie is really difficult. It's a lot more effort than just clothes.
Well, there's a certain trick. Maybe I'm going to tell you off the air. By the way, I'm really drunk. I think this beer has much alcohol, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a 10%.
10%, yeah. Okay, I have 2 of those, and now I'm going on the smoke head. Stavrina still hasn't fessed up to that, by the way.
No, I wouldn't know at all.
And I'm more than halfway through the bottle. It's been a fucking hard few weeks at work. Anyway, so where were we? Hitler memes. No.
Hitler memes.
So, yes.
We're on the feedback. It's time for feedback. We have a bit of feedback.
So feedback, yes. Sorry, I'm distracted by it. Oh no, the other song. So there's Hitler Gives, and there's a song by is it Mr. B as well? I think it's Mr. B as well. Called "You Just Can't These Days" or something, and it's a song about privacy, and the chorus is, "You just can't rape a goat these days. It's gonna end up on your Facebook page." It's great. It's a great song.
I mean, you can't. I don't think you should.
This is why modern life is shit. And it's like he plays a ukulele, and it's like so completely happy-go-lucky. It's like, "You can't rape a goat these days." It's really cool.
I think for good reason. I don't think you should. I think that's bad. I'm endorsing not doing it.
Come on, fuck Peter. Literally.
The official stance of this half of the podcast is bad. Don't do it. Feedback we have received.
And I thought, here was I thinking, doing a show with a Welshman. Isn't that a good Welsh tradition? Or are you only doing it with sheep?
Only sheep.
Are you
We're
picky?
Very picky. We're very picky.
Okay.
We love the sheep. But
something special about the sheep vagina.
Oh god. Oh god, what?
Feedback time. I think I'm drunk enough now.
I think you are. So, 2 bits of feedback from the Discord. One from Nick. Nick says, "I have nothing to say really, but it's unfair that you get to say what you're drinking and we don't. So I'll say that I had me a glass of Arberg 10 years while listening to the last episode."
I toast. This is the spirit we need. This is the listeners we need. This is exactly how it's supposed to go. That's awesome. I toast to you, sir.
Someone else who I suspect is also called Nick, but they handle as NCK _ did the best thing. I absolutely love this.
This is great.
So the feedback is, I made a quick remix of the last episode that could be used as an ad in the Linux podcast voting thing. There's a link to a file. You download the file.
Let's play this.
6 Gun Productions. New media, new rules.
This is Geek News Radio. Broadcast 32 for Saturday, February 11th, 2017.
Linux. I don't give a fuck.
Linux? What is that? I don't have time for that shit. I need my window.
Open source. It's for nerds.
I need to play Elite.
That might be the best episode we've ever done.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's good.
And this is why releasing things under a Creative Commons license is the best.
This is why we do it.
Yeah, more of this. That's perfect.
Ah, God, that's awesome.
That was the Discord feedback.
That was great. Let's go to Twitter. Approved by Alpha Char, sending us feedback on Twitter. Junkyard Sam says, episode 33, Trump doom. USA problems are much bigger picture than just Trump, but everybody here focuses only on him. Over here too.
There's the near criminal underfunding of public infrastructure leading to dams falling apart. That's pretty major. Your roads are terrible. Your healthcare's fucked.
But kind of didn't Obama fuck that up? I mean, Trump's not in office that long.
No, I think that's just fundamentally underspending over the last forever. Dams cost a lot of money.
Damn. Damn, there's dams.
Oh, damn, that dam is expensive.
That's what we call a slow burn. No, what? Everybody over here, focuses on Trump as well. I mean, you can say what you want about the guy, but he's on brand. Like, his brand is just fucking awesome. Like,
it's an awful brand, but it is.
It is a brand. It
is consistent.
It is the brand. Yes, we have. Where is the tea? Awesome username at where is the tea on Twitter says. So Fab is a Nazi uniform Nazi. Try to find a fault in this accurate historical reconstruction. Where's that picture from?
I have no idea. But it's
very colorful. The colors are wrong.
No, the colors are like a pastel kind of green with orange and yellow.
What's going on in the background at your place?
Fucking no idea.
I can hear music.
There's like a car outside.
Oh God, Shavs. That's not cricket.
This is indeed not cricket. I do live near
You what? You cut out again. Sorry.
Oh my God, my fucking internet. I live near one of the cricket grounds, Edgbaston.
Oh, right.
Again. Which, I mean, me saying it is like, oh, you're so southern and posh, because I feel like people around here would say Edgbaston. And I'm like, no, it's Boston.
Okay. Edge
man.
bastard. I live near the Edge bastard.
I got like abuse as a kid, because I sounded very posh as a Welsh child.
As far as I can tell on these pictures, these, except the color abnormalities, these uniforms look to be spot on. It's got like the Iron Cross in the right place. The metal ribbon looks good. The lapels look good. The hat's definitely the right kind of hat. The swastika is right. Got chevron there. It looks good.
It's just it's orange, green, and yellow.
Yeah, well, that's could be a encoding problem as well. Maybe it's the Linux drivers and whatever.
Oh, they're using the Nouveau drivers.
Did you see my Linux meme? Linux dot davidnm.
Yeah, it's the best meme.
.org. Is it .org? Yeah, it's .org, isn't it?
Yeah, it is .org.
I've been memeified at work.
You've been memeified. And you're wearing a Sabaton shirt, which is the best.
That's the best thing about this meme.
My favorite thing.
So yes, I am a Nazi uniform Nazi. That's what I am. I have to admit. I love, there's another tweet from Junkyard Sam. He was tweeting about that, us being in the Linux podcast thing. We talked about that. And that is, somebody asked for, I probably need to know. Do I need to know this guy, Matthew Lucas?
I have no idea.
Is he famous? Is it bad if I'm... Well,
I mean, people I know follow him.
Well, he asked about podcasts, and Junkyard Sam had artcasts, gaming, pens. So apparently this is not the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is actual pens. Apparently there's Pen Addict podcast. So there's a podcast about pens. I think I should subscribe. Tech The Verge. And then we are cool guys. One word. This is our podcast category. I think we should adopt that. Cool guys. We're cool guys.
Guys in a pub. Except the pub is the internet.
Fuck Linux podcast. We're cool guys. That's our...
Vote for us in the Linux Podcast Award 2017.
Exactly. What we need to do is get that into iTunes as an official podcast category.
I'll be up for that.
Yeah.
There was also like a million tweets from Rob Arlo, basically fundamentally disagreeing with everything I podcast.
Yeah.
So imagine those opinions and then the opposite. It'll be those.
By the way, I've been looking up these lyrics to that Mr. B song.
Oh,
Mr.
God.
B, the gentleman rhymer, you just can't. It's like the chorus. I have to read this out. It's so good. So, you just can't rape a goat these days. It'll end up on your Facebook page. If the public note what you did to that goat, you'll have the authorities at your throat. You just can't rape a goat these days. You'll be in trouble in so many ways. Confuse a billy or a nanny for a willy or a fanny, and you'll have the local papers in a rage.
He has a way with words.
He is good. That man's good with the words. I like him. He also looks like he could be in the gentleman's ride.
Yeah,
he's a motorbike.
He's got the strong kind of like...
He's got the mustachio going on.
Not a kind of steampunk vibe, but kind of like a Victorian vibe.
Yeah, chaps.
Chaps, lads. Lads. Chaps.
Another reason to get a top hat.
I think that's it, Fab. I think we've done the content.
I don't want this to end. It's 2 hours long, but I still don't want it to end.
Tea recommendation time. So there was a person with a handle, where is the tea? The answer's T2T. It is a fantastic tea service website. We're brought to you by T2T. No, we're not.
What is it? What's a T2? Is it like number 2?
Letter T, number 2, space T.
Teaware. Tea and teaware.
They are a fantastic company from which I have bought tea and tea making equipment. This is time for a bad voltage kind of.
Not those guys. Oh wait. Landuk isn't on the show anymore, is he?
Yeah,
we love him. They've got John O'Bacon, right? They've got public menace. Public figure. Did you see the picture of him in a ginger suit?
It was grand.
Oh God, the ginger in the ginger suit. Anyway, sorry. They use T2T?
No. So like, when they do the kind of like, I've bought a smart device and I'm going to weird music in the background. Right. I feel that has to happen. I have received as a gift for my birthday. I'm going to get at the actual name of the device. It's called the T2 Tea Maker. God. It is very over-engineered, but I love it in every... it's like if you have a teapot on steroids. So it'll make about 500 ml of tea, which is enough for any man. And it's kind of... I don't know. It's quite difficult to describe because it's complex. You've got to kind of... So have you ever seen... All right, okay, here we go. I'm a bit beard up. Have you ever seen the beer glasses that fill from the bottom? So it's
The what now?
They've got a valve in the bottom, and like to fill the beer, rather than having like a little lever, they basically put it on like a needle, and it fills the kind of the plastic beer cup up from the bottom, so it doesn't like fizz everywhere. It's kind of the opposite of that, in that you have this kind of cylinder, which you're going to put your tea leaves in, and you're going to pour your hot water at 80 degrees because you're making green tea. And at the bottom, there's a filter. And you'd think, oh no, the water's going to fall out. The filter's at the bottom, so you're going to pour water into it in a kind of like standard infuser way. But it's got this kind of button. So the entire bottom surface is a button. So it's got little feet that hold it off the ground. And then the bottom surface of this thing is a button that you press, which opens a valve, which allows the water to flow through. So the water like flows.
Was this invented by Elon Musk?
Yeah, it's the SpaceX of tea infusers. And it's just really fucking cool.
I just get a cup. I put the tea leaves in, and I put water in. I wait for the tea leaves to sink to the bottom, and then I drink it. That's the Dan Lynch way of making tea.
No,
I do that at work, and people look at me where it's like, don't you use a tea bag? I'm doing this. Fuck you.
No, you gotta get the water to 80 degrees in your over-engineered kettle. You've got to measure out the correct amount of tea, and you've got to put the correct amount of water in, and then you've got to time the tea for exactly 3 minutes. Upon that time, you take the handle, you pick up the tea infuser. You are marveling at the over-engineeredness of this tea infuser. You put it on the top of your mug, and so the weight of... I
find that under brewing tools, I guess?
Yeah, brewing tools, T2 tea maker.
I have to look at this.
So you put the kind of bottom surface on...
Is it the T2 tea maker up black?
So I've got the clear one.
The upper black! Operation Black! Wow! This looks like it's hard to clean.
And then the weight of the device is going to be enough to just press the button, which will allow the tea to pour out of the hole in the bottom because the valve's just open.
This looks like something Katie has in her lab.
It's great. It's so good.
Fuck!
It's surprisingly quite easy to clean. Because you can kind of just like... because when it's freestanding, the thing doesn't open, so you can just fill it with water, wash the tea leaves out. It's great. And then just like run it through with some cold water.
Was this invented by Dyson?
No, I don't know. So I kind of just saw it and was like, that I must have for my birthday.
Oh God,
so I got it.
Our most famous in game-changing tea tool.
Man, it changes.
It's game-changing.
So, dude, bro. And it'll make like 2 cups of tea, which is grand.
It's a paradigm shift in tea making.
Man, it's disrupting the tea making market, Fab. This is highly disruptive.
Uber for tea.
Man, like, what if we wanted to go to work, but we wanted to go work faster? We do it by making it more efficient tea.
This says they deliver to Germany.
So yeah, I think they're originally from Australia or New Zealand.
Australia, mate.
And so I've got 2 teas from them. I've got
PTY Limited looks like Australia.
I've got 2 green teas. I've got like the bog standard green tea, and I've got the organic jasmine tea, and they are delicious. And they come in these wonderful little boxes that look really kind of aesthetic.
Do they have Lapsang Souchong?
I fucking guarantee you they do. They have all of the teas. They also got some really hyper aesthetic mugs. So I got a mug that's kind of got like a hexagonal Moroccan design on it. That's really quite nice.
Lapsang Souchong. Very good.
This is great. Their gift wrapping is fantastic. It's something that's really nice.
This is Dave's review.
Man, this
gift wrapping.
This is great. Like, come on, like Bad Voltage, they reviewed some weird, like Kickstarter-y fucking like homebrew Internet of Things bullshit. I'm like, no, it's a nice tea. It's good. You should definitely buy this. They're a great company. There's one that's just opened, like a shop that's just opened in Birmingham.
See, I'm looking.
I'm gonna just go there and be like, give me the things. I want all of the tea.
I'm always looking for good Lapsang, so maybe I should try this.
Yeah, I have no idea what the shipping is going to be like.
No, select your country. I'm in Europe. I am in Germany. Export nation of the world. What? It's loading. No, it says Strafzölle. I'm now in a German mode. Okay, apparently. I have to search for it. Their website is suboptimal.
Why is it suboptimal?
It's just like... it looks weird. It takes ages to load.
It's got loads of orange on it. Orange is great.
From £7. Yeah,
so like that'll be like an amount of tea.
It looks good. So, I'll try them. Yeah.
Yeah. The delivery's really fast. They basically charge for delivery unless you spend like $50 or something. So
let me quote
for it. It turns up fast.
On this topic, Professor Elemental. Now, when I say Earl Grey, you say yes, please. When I say Assam, you say lovely. When I say ooh, you say long. When I say herbal, you say no thanks. It's got several songs about tea.
To counteract that, there's a Turasas song that is called "No Good Story Started with Drinking Tea."
Well, To
It's a bad
quote
drinking.
Professor Elemental again, and I've bathed in Earl Grey. I'm really that keen.
Yeah, so that's my tea review. Everyone should buy tea from T2 Teas.
And missionaries dismiss me for my single epiphany. The diff between him and me is a simple sip of British tea. He's got a way with words as well. He's got a pith helmet.
You're gonna buy a pith helmet? Please don't buy a pith helmet.
Let's do the top hat first. I think that's there are actually horse races quite close to me in Langenhagen. Here, world famous horse breeding capital that is Hanover. So I think I'm gonna get some mileage out of that top hat.
Excellent. But if you do buy or threaten to buy a pith helmet, we're gonna have to have an intervention.
Well, because of the racism.
Just the connotations of empire are not good.
I'm German though. I can do it.
I don't know. I feel,
So one question, since you are nominally British, actually Welsh, but yeah, that counts. What's the pith in pith helmet?
So the only other kind of pith I know of is the white stuff in like lemons and oranges.
Okay.
So that's called pith. So you have like the skin, the pith, and then like the fruit. That's the only other pith I know.
Wikipedia says pith or medulla is a tissue of the stems of vascular plants. Pith is composed of soft, spongy parenchyma cells which store and transport nutrients throughout the plants. Okay,
exactly.
Apparently that's what it's made of. So, right. So you're learning something on Geek News Radio every day. So, a pith helmet, also known as a safari helmet, sun helmet, topi, solar topi, salicot, topi, is a lightweight cloth-covered helmet made of pith material.
Okay. It's actually made of pith.
I don't know. It used to be.
Maybe you should buy one.
Maybe. It looks fetching. I will need the steampunk goggles. Oh! It says here, 20th century, pith helmets were widely worn during World War I by British, Belgian, French, Austrian, Hungarian, and German troops fighting in the Middle East. There's a German pith helmet. It's a Tropenhelm, right? Which is a pith helmet with a spike, right? Because it's a fucking Pickelhaube. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. It's amazing. This is like a Pickelhaube pith helmet. I'm going to get one of those. Ha!
Oh, wow.
Fuck you! that is amazing. If you wear that on the high street, people will know your intent on not to be trifled with. So, got a pith helmet with a spike, and spike's bloody handy. You can put if you have an orange, you can put it on there, right? Or an apple.
Yeah.
Keep it.
You could totally squeeze like a lemon onto it.
Keep it for later.
I feel like because it's kind of got like the holes in the bottom, you could kind of like put incense in there and kind of burn it and like wave it around.
Completely 40k. That's like
charging into battle with just incense just burning slowly on your head. That'd be pretty cool.
To quote MC Front a lot while I'm at it, fuck you, look at my cool head. I could be you, stat. Oh god, she's like a Italian police woman wearing tall pith helmet, 1980s. This is, look at this. I'm going to put a link in the show notes to this as well. Bloody hell, that's in Milan. That's hot. I mean, that's a police uniform and a half. Look at that coat. Christ. Why? What happened to us that we diverged from this path where people were?
What was the key point in history where we decided that actually pith helmets are shit? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
We need to go back, Fab. We need to go back.
I want to live in that steampunk future. Huh.
Oh.
So apparently there's if you look at the Wikipedia page for pith helmets, at the bottom there's a gallery, and apparently there's a British pith helmet with a spike as well. Home service helmet for the captain of the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers. Not a pith helmet, but with similar shape, and it's got a spike.
It does have a spike, but it has no incense burner. It's vastly inferior.
The incense burner.
I can only juice lemons on my head.
Like if you wear that, that's like instant cosplay. Like nobody knows what it is, but it's like fucking awesome.
Apart from like listeners of the show being like, aha! It's the home service helmet for the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers.
Yep, because you learned something on the show.
It's not technically a pith helmet, but it is. Oh boy!
Oh God, this is like United States, and there's like a picture. Corporal Josh Farrell, 2009, a combat marksmanship coach, wearing the U.S. Fiber Sun helmet, nicknamed the Elephant Hat in the Marines with the whatever. That does look like a pith helmet. So apparently the American got in on the game as well.
Yeah, everyone's getting on board. It's a ridiculous hat.
It's getting back. We need more hats. I think this is my mission in life.
Just to buy more hats.
Just have hats. Like, people need to wear more hats. Generally. Anyway, I think we've rattled this show enough. We should really...
We should get on to like how people can like contact and abuse us on the internet.
God knows they have a lot of reasons now.
Yeah, they've just sat through like 2 hours of fucking drivel.
God, if you listened to all of that.
If you've made it to the end, you can email us and ask us to stop at GNR@sixgun.org. You can tweet both of us now at Geek News Radio.
God, he got control over the Twitter account. This is the worst thing I ever did.
Within the first 10 minutes, I'd like tweeted K-pop. It was amazing. Fab has a Twitter account where you can post pictures of pith helmets at him. He's at Fabsh. I am at Mega Slippers. You can, I don't know, tell me I'm shit. That's pretty good. We have a Facebook page where I ask for questions. I kind of asked for questions today, but kind of just sort of asked people what was going on. They didn't ask questions. So I hoisted my own petard there.
Lazy buggers.
Steam group where nothing happens, which you can click on the link and join it. But we have a Discord where funny remixes of our dumb podcasts get posted. It's
so
grand.
Good. Good.
And I drunkenly talk about how I'm the bad guy in #bants. When was this? This was on last Tuesday, apparently. There are like
apparently you can't remember.
There's
Tuesday.
There's like a thread of me and D8 dated? Yeah, that's how you say that name. D8DED. There we go. I have absolutely no recollection of this conversation happening.
Welcome to my life, Dave.
I'm talking about writing perfect software. Man, I don't remember any of this.
Well, this week, like, I was so fucked. Like, I couldn't sleep. And at some point, I was, like, up at, like, 3:30. Watching Taboo.
Okay, fair play.
I'm drinking scotch.
I can see that happening to me this evening.
My life it will. When you start watching this, you better, you'll be hungover tomorrow.
I'll bring the whiskey bottle to the desk.
He's like, it's another thing about the show. Like he doesn't eat. He just keeps swinging brandy, and then he gets wounded, and he puts brandy on that as well. God, I'm gonna watch another episode of this.
Do it, mate. Do it.
I need to pack for London, but I don't need much clothes because I'll have a top hat. I can go naked if push comes to shove. If you're wearing a top hat, you're fine. You can walk down the streets of London naked as long as you have a top hat, right?
Yeah, why not? Give it a go. I do not endorse this.
That's how it works. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. You've sat through enough. If you made it to the end, we should really have a medal.
Yeah. And remember, hack the planet.
Mm-hmm.